Thanks for watching. Make sure you like our video and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more episodes. And make sure you find us on Facebook at the Gates Paranormal.
We are at the Gates Paranormal, just a group of friends from Buffalo, New York who love beer, heavy metal, and ghosts. We started going to locations that were said to be haunted and began to share our stories with others. These are the places we've gone, the paranormal things that we've experienced. Things that challenge our ideas of reality. Real experiences, real evidence, real people just trying to figure out what's out there beyond our world.
Hey there at the Gates Paranormal fans. It is Friday the 13th, September 2019, and we are at the beautiful Graystone Manor here on this night as a storm slowly rolls in. We're just starting the night. We have a few hours here. This beautiful house belonged to the Root family in the 1800s. They built it here in Gasport, New York. And a lot of history here, and Heather was kind enough to take us through it, the owner. We already had a lot of things happen before we could even get this filming started for the video journal, just getting set up now. Hopefully it's a great night. We hope you enjoy this episode. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Please make sure you hit that like button, follow us on Facebook, and keep At the Gates going. Thanks, guys.
Graystone Manor, the pinnacle of Victorian-era opulence along the Erie Canal. Built by the Root family in 1865, it was a symbol of the success an entrepreneur could find along the canal's waters. Patriarch Curtis Root laid down his family here in Gasport, New York, where they built their wealth around the horse racing track that was adjacent to their property. To this day, the grandeur of what they built remains in the manor, quite possibly with Curtis Root and a few others still calling these beautiful rooms and hallways home.
And when you talk about certain, like Curtis Root, the man who originally built the house, he died in the green room right above us here. And a lot of times we hear walking, and because the racehorses, he was a racehorse, he bred racehorses, and he had the racetrack and everything. And his prize racehorse, he was walking over by the tracks where the bridge was where you guys came over, and his horse was spooked by the train. He started doing this, like backing up, and ended up landing on him and crushing him.
Oh my God.
So he got back to the house, told his wife he was okay, he was sore, he thought he was okay, and he got into bed and he refused to have a doctor come because he said he was fine. He was like a tough guy.
His
And then
obituary said he was well preserved for a man of
on the
77.
stairs are getting scratched, the kids are getting messed with. They were seeing a little boy upstairs in the hallway, and there was a lady who used to chase her
Laughing
daughters
lady.
down the hall. The laughing lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got caught creepy laughter before. Just heard it and then caught it.
When one of the other of us isn't home, like if Heather's not here, I heard her say my name
Oh, they mimic your voices.
several times.
Really?
And it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
get up and go look out the window and see if her car's here, or send her a text message. Where are you? Oh, I'm still at work.
This is a weird picture. It's a picture of this side of the house, and there's like a black shadow mask forming above the door here. That's her son. She was taking a picture of him outside. I don't know that stuff. She kept saying she was afraid of the man upstairs. She said she would hear a man up there talking, walking around. Freaked her out so bad she had her refrigerator pushed up against the servant's stairs, so you couldn't go up those stairs. And then she had this all blocked.
Van Horn.
Oh yeah, you kind of landed with all of those.
Yeah.
Excited, Paula?
I don't let them out at night because well, last year we had sounds like coyotes out here. It was really bad.
Really?
That makes me so nervous. That feels as if full of buzzards. Like, well, there's a little pond right there to the right, and usually it's just like between those birds and everything else, I get really nervous if the cats are here.
Now we were told by Bridget, or Bridget's daughter Bridget, when she came to stay with us with her fiance, and she's so funny. She's like, if I can stay at your house, I'll show you where stuff, and she was showing us things in the house that we didn't know. We put a bunch of things there. And this was all overgrown. It looked like this to the right, like it was. There were about 10 trees in here. And she goes, "There's a bunch of gravestones in here." And when we bought it, it had been so overgrown, it just looked like that. So we spent like a weekend and cleared all this, and as we were clearing it out, we kept finding more
Oh wow.
tombstones and stuff. So pretty wild. She says they're in there too. We just didn't get that far. And that's the old barn right straight ahead. We did clear sort of a path out there. This is the barn. We're actually in the middle. We're trying to hide this because it's a cool. I mean, the walls are still sort of there. We wanted to clear this out, but there's a fire. I guess that file was all melted from the fire. But this would have been the horse barn. They would have gone out here, and the racetrack was right there. So it went this way.
Yeah.
Right over here. Back in here, and so we would melt everything back there. So the floor, this is like the original floor Western shop. We didn't know this again. We took pictures, we can't tell what you're looking at. This just looked like woods. We took so many trees out of here. We dug this down until we found the floor. You know, and then we're like, oh, wait, there's floor. We had taken a bunch of these for the fire pit. That's why those are missing. We didn't know this was a floor. We didn't know what this was till
Exactly, just found
later.
stone,
And then we're
yeah.
like, oh, wait a minute. This is like a building. Because when we first moved here, it was just chaos back then. So this is pretty cool. As we've been digging through, we found a horseshoe. So I can show you where that is for trigger objects and stuff if you want to ask questions. It's nice to use that stuff. Because there's a psychic here, and he's going, I see a boy, he's over here by the wood line. So I asked him, there's a boy back here. You know, can you say hello? And he said, I don't think so. I'm like, oh, okay. And it sounded like a little kid, but you know how it's never really little kids? Yeah.
Right.
So like, okay, that was really weird.
It's kind of weird, like I got very disoriented.
Yeah.
Like in the lobby right here.
Minus this one in here.
We want to be sure this is you. Can you say your name or yes?
That was her?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was loud.
Yeah, it
Holy
was.
cow. Did you guys hear it at the time or no?
No.
Wow.
We were in here. This is a good room to ask questions like that. Or we were just sitting on the couches. She was sitting on that couch over there. Yeah, we didn't expect that. We were like,
These things are serious.
this house is awesome.
Yep. That's it right there.
The red room.
1865.
This is the room where the girl had her necklace taken when she was sitting on the bed when that happened. So they were doing like a session, doing a session in here with some of the people. And she felt like she was all of a sudden really dizzy. She felt like she was drunk. So she started burping and it tasted like bourbon. She said she had drunk forever. And she started getting so dizzy, her friends had to help her downstairs. So she couldn't get down the stairs by herself. It was really bad. Like we had to leave like right away. And I was outside with another group. We split the group in half. I came back in the house and they were gone. Like, what happened? And so I texted my friend. I'm like, what happened? Where'd you guys go? And she's like, this is Chris' youngest daughter, Flora. When her parents passed away, she ended up inheriting the house, and she lived here until 1923. Her mom died in 1901, or 1900. So she ended up staying here for another 23 years. She wrote up here, too, in 1911. She wrote her name there. Who did this belong to? That was at the Jan Adams facility down in Perrysburg, New York, near Rwanda. Yeah. It was the tuberculosis hospital.
This is where they took that picture of the person in the window, right?
Right.
And this is the green.
This is the green room.
Couldn't tell.
The weird thing is
Colorblind.
this chunk is also sort of got history to it. The dad and mom were Auschwitz survivors. So this is from Auschwitz. Really? It was, yeah. What they would do is, when people were sent to Auschwitz, they had a huge building where they put everybody's luggage because people thought they needed luggage there, but they didn't. So when everyone was let go, freed, they handed people luggage as they left. This is stuff they came right to America.
Feels like
donating
something's
there.
on your shoulders.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't like men in here. He loves when women stay in here. We have guests that are women. He's cool, but when men stay in there, he likes to mess with. He's like, it's my room. Like, it's real.
I felt something touch my hair like right when we were in there earlier when I was by the window.
Very much lots of people get thing going on. No, when Ginger's son stayed in here, this was his room, he said the little boy used to come out of his closet and bug him all the time, sit on his bed, talk to him all the time. You're also in the servants' quarters here. As soon as you came through that door, see the doorway, and then the ceilings are low in here, so this is all the servants' side. That would have locked. So So all the servants would have stayed in here, their kitchen was there, the 18, this guy was like standing here leaning against it like, I'm like sitting on this. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, please don't do that. Because they're low, because people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I keep getting that someone fell, like there was like a falling, like I feel like there's an injury, you know, but that's, like this really bothers me, this whole area right here, like going into this room. It's very,
Verbal check later for
very
some.
weird.
Did you hear something when you were talking?
Yeah, I thought I just heard something over there too.
Like down here,
I heard that.
when you
For
guys were
once in
talking?
my life, I actually heard something you heard.
Like about 30 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Group here about a couple months ago, and there was a teenage, like they were, I don't know, probably 18. And this guy was like standing here leaning against it, like I'm like sitting on this. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm like, please don't do that, because they're low, because people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I keep getting that someone fell, like there was like a falling, like I feel like there's an injury, you know. But that's like this really bothers me, this whole area right here, like going into this room. It's very,
Verbal check later for
very
some.
weird.
Did you hear something when you were talking?
Yeah, I thought I just heard something over there too.
Like down here,
I heard that.
when you
For
guys were
once
talking?
in my life, I actually heard something you heard.
Like about 30 seconds ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
It's like a falling, like I feel like there's an injury, you know. But that's like this really bothers me, this whole area right here, like going into this room. It's very,
Verbal check later for
very
some.
weird.
Did you hear something when you were talking?
Yeah, I thought I just heard something over there too.
Like down here,
I heard that.
when you
For
guys were
once in
talking?
my life, I actually heard something you
down
heard.
there.
Yes. Yes.
I heard talking.
Yes.
But Bob's back there, and the TV's not on down here. I mean,
I
you
de-
wouldn't hear the TV from that back room down here. But I thought I heard talking too for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. But you guys are here. I thought
Yeah.
you might have gone to the storage area. This locker, this was like their big, it has big meat locker. It says all the original hooks in there and everything.
I
Like
thought that was the ladies'
room.
room because I saw the girl on the door.
Don't pee in there, no.
Yeah, I got a weird feel in this room. I was going to ask you if there was any activity in here.
Did anybody have a heart attack?
Or an arm injury.
Yes, Frances, Flora's sister Frances, she fell off the barn,
Okay.
the big barn we were in, the big ruins there. She fell off of like the second story hayloft and like broke both of her arms, and she got, there's a newspaper article about that, she got really hurt.
The only reason I'm asking is because I've got this, every time I'm in or near this room, like I leave this room and then I come back into this room, because I'm trying to record like if I have any physical pain or anything like that, I get like a nasty pain in my left arm.
Okay, because pictures I have of Mina, I have other pictures of Mina.
Yeah.
There's one, because she had put her bed into that library room with her animal heads.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of
Yeah.
her laying in bed.
Hold on one sec.
There's pictures of her laying in bed, but she must have had rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh, like now.
Hands are all hunched up.
Okay, we're back. Hold on. Sorry, she was telling me something weird about stuff.
There's a lot of whispering going on in here.
That's 3 times.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Mike and Steph returned to the green room after we heard what sounded like breathing from our wireless cameras. They began asking questions and got
Somebody
this
make some noise
response.
for me. Does everybody in here feel okay? Do you have enough energy to tell me your name? Hang on, shut up. If you were telling me your name, I'm sorry I missed it. Can you say it again? Do you have enough energy to tell me your name? have enough energy to tell me your name?
Did you hear that? It sounded like a... Is there another floor?
No.
That really weirds me out.
Right here.
As soon as you guys were asking questions, the breathing would get real quiet, like it knew you were there. It was trying to be quiet.
Really?
Dude, remember how I said when I went upstairs and I passed right between the green room and the gold room, I felt air, which I did not feel before. Like somebody opened a window or turned on a fan and had a stale smell, not like an awful smell, but just like an old house smell, which is normal. But it was very profound, and it was as soon as we went up there. But it was coming more from the gold room, in my opinion.
Wow.
It felt like it was coming more this way. It felt like this.
Like right here.
Staticky.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is like
staticky,
cold air. Feel it right there.
cool air.
Yep. And even though it's like windy out, it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't
Breezy.
feel like a
You
breeze.
would see
feel
the
it.
curtains moving.
Like right here, I feel it. Like.
What is this room? Were we in this room ever?
This is the
So
library.
when I was coming to meet you guys at the bottom of the stairs, because there's some sort of
Yeah.
weird interference.
There's another little
with radio.
bathroom over there that was
Very
there
weird
from the
problems with
kitchen.
radio.
Oh,
Too.
okay.
So this is like his
Oh,
study.
that
I
is
thought I
the
saw
fairy bathroom.
something go in that room,
Yes.
and then I felt that right away, so I called
Like
Heather over.
here, you get like a lot of cigar smoke smell.
Yeah.
Like
What
you
I was
smell
calling to tell
whiskey.
you
Like
Yeah.
I think
was right
this
when
is
I
the
was
men's
calling you
parlor.
for the
Okay, that
This
makes
is
sense.
his
Tom, I
office,
said,
like
"Go
his
ahead."
study
I
and
said, "Did you
library,
just move?"
and then that's the women's parlor in
Or
the
did
front.
you just
okay.
hear that?
So
Because we
different
heard like a
energies.
huge thump
Like
right
you're
by you guys.
Oh, we heard a huge bang.
And
from
you guys
upstairs.
didn't look like you were moving.
Oh,
Right.
I don't think. Did we hear a bang?
Because we were right below the kids' room, and then we
Yeah.
were hearing motion. We were hearing the floor creak in the
Yep.
kids' room.
Yeah, we heard it definitely motion in
wow.
the kids' room, yeah.
Because he said, are we below the green room? I said, no, it's the kids.
Candy while
No.
How I cope with
Listen,
life.
It's on the red room, and well, I guess you kind of still
The
hear
green room.
it. Okay, so we are at the Graystone Manor, and it is about, oh geez, so it's 9:08 p.m. on Friday the 13th of September, and we were in here setting up our glorious equipment here, and a strange thing happened while we were doing that. I was setting up this camera right here, and I happened to hear what I thought was something right above me. Mike was the only one upstairs, but he was in a different part. Sorry, that was me. He was in a different part of the house. And I'm just gonna turn this back here.
This is an example of the sound that mimicked breathing coming from this camera. We later debunked it during this investigation as interference.
Okay. So anyway, sorry. So so while I was setting up this camera here, I happened to look into this bathroom that's straight ahead, and I thought I saw something go in there. Or I thought I saw something move right here. Right to where I am right here. And I called Heather over. She's the owner. She's the one in the tour. And she pointed to this door right here. And when she opened it, it's an old meat cooler door. The door is super thick. And when she opened it, I could feel something come out. It was something super strong and cold. So what happened after that is I called Mike over, let him know what was going on. He was in here, and we heard whispering coming out of there while Steph was filming. We heard three whispers, and then what we noticed is we started hearing breathing, and you can kind of hear it now, but it was real strong earlier, and it's coming from the top left corner camera, which is the green room that's upstairs, where one of the former tenants, one of the Roots, the family that lived this place and owned this place, he had passed away in that room. they believe, an issue with his lungs. So Mike and my mom and Steph went up there to film. That's the video that you saw, and they heard some things. We heard some things down there, so it's definitely very interesting. And then, as I was walking out here, I saw something move inside this room, and when I put my hand down, right here, you could feel the cold. Now, right now, when I'm touching it, this was 5 minutes ago, there's nothing here. It feels normal. It doesn't feel any different than here or here. But 5 minutes ago, it gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, two different groups were in with psychics, and this one older woman, she goes, I took her on a walk through the house, and we're in the back by where that camera is, by our part, and she goes, ooh, I don't want to go down. She turned around and goes, I don't want to go down there where the red room is, where the writing is.
Yes.
Then
Yeah. Yeah.
she goes, there's a big black shadow figure standing at the end of the hallway, and it's filling up the whole hall. It's not human. She thinks it's been here longer than the house, before the house was here. And then it's got red eyes, it's looking into the red bedroom. And she says she's trying to communicate with it telepathically, and it's like nodding its head, and it's like, but it's not moving. It's standing like it's guarding the hallway. And,
Hey, Mike, we lost the signal to that camera.
so I go, okay, that's weird, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but it was busy because we were going to walk through. I wasn't thinking anything of it. 2 weeks later, another group came through, and
Back on.
they had a granddaughter with them who's 13. She's a highly psychic. Orbs, just look at that orb. It just came out of that whole area. So,
Look at the branches outside.
so this little girl goes to me. I'm taking her walk through. Same spot as this other lady. Oh, I don't want to go down there.
signal now.
10-4, I did say it was back on, and orb came right at you right when I came back on.
So this little girl, I go, and then I'm remembering this lady say that, because I forgot, because it was like we're walking through with a bunch of people. She goes, there's a big black shadow mask standing at the end of the hallway, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh yeah, what's it doing? She's going, it's not moving, and it's got red eyes. I can see the back of its head, but I can see that it's got red eyes. It's looking into the red bedroom. And she's trying to communicate with it, and she's really afraid of it. She says it's not human. She says it's bigger than a person. But anyway, 2 people told me the exact, and I freaked, because that's why I'm going, what do you see? And she described it to a T.
Jenga and Steve heading down to the basement. Jenga and Steve. We do gotta sign this before we leave. Man, these mannequins.
What's that?
The mannequins. Hello? My name's Steve. This is Mike. We're from the city of Tonawanda. Well, I live in the city of Tonawanda. Mike lives in North Tonawanda. We're here today to just say hello and visit with you. Do you hear something behind you walking?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
It sounded like someone was right behind you.
The footsteps we captured weren't on audio, but what is interesting is that our wireless camera stopped recording right at this time. Look at the top of the screen, where the video time is indicated. Note the lapse or loss of 1 minute of footage right when we are hearing this, as well as the error or default time when recording continues.
So we just heard footsteps right behind Mike. That was weird. So was that you walking? I just heard you. Mike, you got your flashlight?
Yep.
Alright, I am going to put this green light on the floor, okay? That green light, that essentially senses energy around it. If you go near it, you can use your energy to light it up, and we can talk. Did you just see that?
I saw the light.
Yeah, you saw the fluttering of light.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah. Here, turn on your flashlight. I want to make sure it's not like a window with like the wind in the branches. There's nothing there, Mike. There is nothing there. No window, no nothing. There's something right over here. Oh my god, my hair is standing up on end. Something just touched my necklace.
Who's down here with us? Something's like rubbing my back, like between my shoulders. It feels like something is pushing my shirt up against me. Like it's
Stay still, Mike. I couldn't tell if it's you moving or if the shirt was moving. Who's down here? Wow, we feel you.
If you remember from earlier in the video, Heather talked about a woman whose necklace was removed. Was it coincidence I felt something lifting up on my necklace down in the basement?
We heard footsteps right behind Mike, and then after that we saw a light above where the IR camera was. And when we saw that, we came into the room where the IR camera was, and Mike felt something touching his back. I immediately felt my necklace lift. I could feel it lift. It was such a weird sensation. So now we're right here running an EVP session. I'm going to turn this light off, and we are looking to communicate with whoever is here that's willing to communicate with us. We know someone's here at Graystone. We don't know if you remember the Root family, or if you're someone that worked for them, or if you came through some other time, some years afterwards. Can you talk? We've been hearing a lot of voices throughout the house. Can you say something to us? Right above us. I heard it behind you. Hello? My name's Steve. What's your name? I just got crazy goosebumps. Like, who? It's almost like music. I could have sworn I heard music. Are you pointing to something? Yeah, that's like, yeah, it goes like up and down. Audio recorder marked that. Past a minute and a half, we both heard something musical. But I want to communicate with you. I want to know who you are.
Use our energy if you need to.
It's like talking. It's like over here.
My right arm just got really cold.
I feel like water just splashed on my left arm. Right there.
I just heard that again, yeah.
If you go near that green light that's on the ground, the entrance over there, and you light it up, we can talk back and forth. Have a conversation. I could ask you some questions, we can play a game, guess a little bit about you, you guess about us.
See if you were listening. See if we're listening. I heard that. Mike, there's like a figure over there. I swear that there's a figure over there. I swear.
Hold this for a second.
Guess a little bit about you. You guess about us. See if you were listening. See if we're listening. I heard that.
After we left the basement, the following light anomaly was observed during evidence review. As you can see, it moves too slowly to be dust or a bug. When enhanced, you see the anomaly drift from left to right by the room divider before moving towards the camera. While Mike and I were in the basement, Steph, Heather, and my mom went to the green room to investigate the breathing they were hearing on camera. And then something eerily similar to what happened to me earlier happens to Steph.
Do you like your new bed? The new headboard? We got a headboard. Sorry. Okay. It's just the saddle.
Jesus! I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay. The saddle.
Oh.
It's okay.
Did we kill it? Did I kill it?
100 years old.
Was that what touched me? That's why I moved like that.
Oh, something touched you.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have. It was off to the side. Would it touch your hair?
Yeah. I
No, it was
never
lower.
feel stuff.
No, that's way too low. It was down here. Like, see where
It was
that thing is?
here.
No, it wouldn't have touched that part of you. Because the chair goes way up from your back of your head. They wouldn't be able to see on camera.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm good. Sorry. Carry on.
We just thought that happened.
Here's the surveillance footage of Steph going over and sitting in the chair. Remember, this is the same window that Heather pointed out a black mass was captured in a photograph from an earlier owner. Now watch the clip we already played from earlier in the night when we exited the green room during the initial tour.
Well, he doesn't like men in here. He loves when women stay in here. We have guests that are women. He's cool, but when men stay in there, he likes to mess with. He's like, it's my room. Like, he gets real.
I felt something touch my hair like right when we were in there earlier when I was by the window.
Very much. Lots of people get touched here.
We tried a dowsing rod session in the library, but didn't have any luck.
So Mom, I'm going to have you keep count how many questions we ask. So, if anybody's here in this room with us, I have some dowsing rods in my hand. These are rods that you can use to answer questions if you're here with us. If there is anyone here with us, the way we're going to start is we're going to have both of these rods face forward. They're going to point straight.
However, our surveillance cameras did capture the following light anomaly traveling across the living room during the night. As the night came to a close, Steph and I attempted a spirit box session in the green room, the same room where we both felt our hair being touched by the window.
Who's here? Who's sitting on the bed?
What was that?
What?
A weird click.
That wasn't you?
No.
I definitely heard that click.
Right. That was not me that I'm aware of.
Where did you hear it?
It felt like it was coming from the right.
I felt like it was
Like the immediate right of me.
Well, let's make you feel uncomfortable if you don't feel well, and if you don't feel alive, your chest hurts. Can you let me know who you are, or who both of you are?
What's the name of the owner? Give us the owner's name. What's the name of my brother?
Is your name Curtis?
Are you Curtis Root?
How about Frank? Do you know Frank? Are you having trouble talking because you're having trouble breathing? Sound like a yeah. Can you just confirm that you're having some trouble talking because you have trouble breathing?
Can you tell us the name of the waterway right by us? Can you see us? What's the name of my brother?
The evening wound down quietly, but the ghosts of Graystone had already made their presence known, talking to us in whispers, touching us to make sure we knew that the Root family remained vigil in the manor they constructed over 150 years ago. It was time to leave and let our paths take us to the next building haunted by its memories.